everyone. So I'm so excited by all the hard work that you guys have been putting into your essays so far. And right now we're kind of in these final steps of editing our papers before we're getting ready to submit and share our essays. So today's lesson is all about the glossary. And you should remember that when you're reading nonfiction text, that the glossary is really important because it helps us to define and explain those really hard, difficult, tricky words in the passage. So our learning goals today is that I can identify and use in my writing precise words that are specific to my topic. I can include a definition of some important words within the text. And I can create a glossary with words that are specific to my topic in order to provide the reader with the meanings of those words. So let's look at an example. Right away, we can see that there are two bold words in this little passage that I'm showing you. So as I read the paragraph, I'm going to be thinking to myself, do I know what these words mean? If I don't know what they mean, it's important for me to then go to the glossary so that I can get the definition of those tricky words. So as you wrote your essays, I'm sure you used expert and challenging words that many readers who don't know much about your topic, they're not going to understand those words. So that's why we create a glossary and why it's so important. So let's take a look at this example. So the subtopic here is called Other Parts of the Solar System. Asteroids and meteors are rocks that fly around in space. They are smaller than moons, irregular in shape, and made of all different types of rocks and metals. Occasionally, a tiny piece of asteroid, rock, or debris from space moves close to Earth. They are pulled by gravity into the atmosphere and light up with bright fire. These meteors are also called shooting stars. Most of them are tiny and burn up in the sky. So here's another example where the author bolded a word that the readers might not know what it means. So we have to take a look at the glossary to be able to see the definition of that word. So the glossary is normally at the end of your writing. Here's an example of what a possible entry should look like. Notice that the word from my essay is bolded here. So you see the bold word, gravity, that I just pulled from that passage. And then also notice that it's bold and underlined. Okay? And then the definition comes right after it. And it should be written in your own words. So it says, gravity is a force of attraction which draws smaller bodies toward larger bodies. Here's an example from my writing about the red-eyed tree frogs. So this is from my characteristics paragraph. And here's my whole paragraph on characteristics. I wrote, a red-eyed tree frog has a very distinctive appearance. A full-grown red-eyed tree frog is only 2 to 3 inches long, but it really stands out because it is a very colorful amphibian. Notice that that word is bold. It has bright green skin with yellow and blue stripes. Its toes are bright orange or red, but its most striking feature is its bright red eyes. All of these things make it easy to recognize a red-eyed tree frog in the forest. So I chose the word amphibian to add to my glossary because it's a tricky word to pronounce and not everyone knows what an amphibian actually is. So this is what I would add as my glossary entry at the end of my essay. I gave the definition of an amphibian. So again, it's bold. You could underline it as well and then give its definition. An animal that begins life with gills and lives in the water. As it matures, it develops lungs and lives on land. Okay. So now it is your turn. So you're going to open your informational essay document And you might also still need your research notes, so those should be located right under your essay in the list of posts. You are going to identify specific and expert words, at least 2, used to discuss your topic. So these words you might already have in your essay, you're going to then find them and create a glossary by making those words bold. You want, like in your actual essay, you want to bold it. You want to maybe even underline it, highlight it in some way so that we know that's a word that's going to be in your glossary. And if you don't know how to bold a word, you can highlight the word and then click the big bold B on the top bar next to the font size. That's how you make a word bold. Then you want to include them in your draft if you haven't already, and develop a glossary at the end of your draft for those words. If you need help with finding a definition of that word that you used, I would use the website attached to this lesson to help you. Kind of like how you guys look up the definitions of the vocabulary words, right? So again, though, make sure that you put that in your own words. Don't just write the definition word for word. Try to think about how you can write it in, your own type of, like, not child language, but you guys know what I mean. Like, it shouldn't sound super like professional, like from a dictionary. Try to say it how you would say the definition. But of course, it's okay to use a dictionary to kind of help you think of an idea. So that's pretty much it. You're going to go into your essay, find at least 2 words. It could be more. Highlight them, bold them, and then create a glossary at the end of your essay by writing the words that you chose and their definition. So good luck. If you need some help, let me know. I can help you as best as I can. Have fun, and I will talk to you guys later.